I'm going to say something that's probably going to make a dealership salesman choke on his protein shake. The first truck on this list will outlive most brand new $70,000 pickups. And the last one? That thing is basically mechanical revenge against modern engineering. Here at Old Man Garage, we don't care about giant iPads glued to dashboards or trucks that need a software update just to open the glove box. After more than 2 decades under the hood, I've seen one simple truth play out over and over again. The best truck isn't the one that impresses your neighbor. It's the one that starts every single morning like it's got something to prove. And today, we're counting down 3 trucks that were built before accountants took over engineering. Machines so overbuilt, so stubbornly reliable, they make modern trucks look like disposable electronics. Now here's the thing. If you think the first one is impressive, the last truck on this list is going to make you seriously question why people are still signing 7-year loans. Let's get into it. Number 3 on this list is the Chevrolet Silverado. And yeah, I already know. Half of you just said, really? Just an old Chevy? Yeah, just an old Chevy. The same way a cast iron skillet is just a pan until you realize it'll outlive your entire bloodline. Now let me tell you about a guy named Arthur, mason contractor. Not the, I drive it to Home Depot twice a month kind. I mean, this truck woke up every morning knowing it was about to suffer. Bricks, mortar, tools, ladders, probably a sandwich from 2 weeks ago under the seat. This thing lived a hard life. He bought his 2003 Silverado brand new, back when flip phones were still cool and gas was cheap enough to not cause emotional damage. Fast forward 20 years. The truck has over 330,000 miles on it. You want to know the list of major repairs? Fuel pump, brake lines, that's it. Meanwhile, somebody out there is on their 3rd transmission in a 2021 truck because the computer decided today was a no-thanks kind of day. The magic here is under the hood. The 4.8L and 5.3L LS-based V8 engines. These things are not just reliable, they are disrespectfully reliable. Like they will keep running out of pure spite. No cylinder deactivation, no fancy, let's shut half the engine off and hope nothing explodes, nonsense. Just a simple, well-built V8 that does its job and goes home. And here's where it gets funny. Modern trucks will brag about saving you maybe 2 mpg with all their complicated tech, and then hit you with a $4,000 repair bill when that tech decides to retire early. This Silverado, it drinks gas like it's 2003, because it is, but at least it doesn't emotionally betray you. Now, let's talk about the stuff regular people need to check, because this is where most buyers mess up. First, brake lines. If you live anywhere that sees snow, salt, or anything that makes roads look like a margarita rim, those factory steel lines can rust. It's not a maybe, it's a when. Spend about $500, get stainless steel lines installed, and congratulations. You just removed one of the only real weaknesses this truck has. Second, knock sensors. If you see a check engine light, don't panic and start Googling engine replacement near me. It's usually a sensor sitting under the intake. Annoying to reach, sure, but not expensive. A few hours of labor and you're back in business. And let's address the elephant in the room, the interior. Yeah, it's plastic, a lot of plastic. You're not getting ambient lighting or a massage seat, but here's a crazy idea. Maybe your truck doesn't need to feel like a spaceship lounge. Maybe it just needs to, work. These trucks usually go for around $8,000 to $10,000 for a clean one. That's less than the sales tax on some new trucks today. And instead of making a $700 monthly payment, you're just driving, like a free human being. Now here's the thing. If this one already sounds like a no-brainer, the next truck is even simpler, even tougher, and feels less like a pickup and more like farm equipment that accidentally got a license plate. And trust me, that's a compliment. Number 2 on this list is the Ford F-150, the legendary OBS Ford, also known as the truck your uncle refuses to sell, even if you wave cash in his face and offer him a brand new one. And honestly, he's right. Let me introduce you to Frank. This man bought his 1995 F-150 brand new, back when you could still order a truck without needing a Wi-Fi password. He picked the 9L inline 6, not because it was flashy, not because it was fast, but because, and I quote, "I don't like fixing things twice." Fast forward to today, 420,000 miles. Same engine, never opened, not rebuilt, not refreshed, not we just did the heads, untouched. At this point, that engine isn't even a machine anymore. It's a lifestyle. Now here's where people get it twisted. They see a truck from the 90s and think, oh, that's gonna be a project. Nah, this isn't a project. This is what happens when engineers were allowed to do their job before PowerPoint presentations took over the industry. This thing is simple. Like, suspiciously simple. No turbochargers hiding somewhere waiting to cost you a vacation. No sensors throwing tantrums because it's 45 degrees instead of 44 degrees. You open the hood and everything makes sense. You don't need a laptop. You need a socket set and maybe a bad attitude. And that 4.9L inline six, that's not an engine. That's a tractor motor that somehow snuck into a pickup. It's all low-end torque, the kind that doesn't care about speed, it just wants to pull. You could probably tow a house. Slowly, but confidently. Now let's talk about the real-world checks. The stuff nobody tells you until after you buy one. First, dual fuel tanks. Yeah, this truck has 2 tanks, because why not? Flip the switch on the dash and make sure it actually changes tanks. If it doesn't, it's usually a cheap fix, but still, test it unless you enjoy surprises. Second, radius arm bushings. If you hear a clunk when going over bumps, don't panic. That's not the truck falling apart, that's just a $50 piece of rubber asking for retirement. Swap it out in about an hour and you're good. And here's the best part. Parts are everywhere. Cheap, easy. You don't need to sell a kidney to keep this thing running. You can pick one of these up for around $6,000. Throw another $2,000 into it. Suspension, fluids, maybe a few worn parts, and now you've got a truck that will probably still be running when your smart fridge stops receiving software updates. And let's be honest for a second, modern trucks will brag about 0-60 times. This thing, it measures success in how many decades it survives. But here's the twist. As tough as this Ford is, and it's seriously tough, the next truck on this list is on a completely different level. Less flashy, less American truck culture hype, but engineered so well, so ridiculously overbuilt, that it basically embarrassed the entire industry. If this one feels like a tractor, the next one feels like it was built to survive the apocalypse on purpose. And finally, number 1. The truck that made engineers look like heroes and accountants very, very uncomfortable. The Toyota Tundra. Yeah, I know, some of you just crossed your arms like, I only buy American. Relax. This thing was built in America. It just happens to have a work ethic that doesn't take coffee breaks. Let me tell you about Dave, retired carpenter. Not the Instagram kind, the real kind. The I've built more houses than you've opened apps today type. He picked up a 2004 Tundra with 150,000 miles for $9,000. His buddies laughed, said it was too small, said it wasn't a real truck. 10 years later, 350,000 miles. Total repair cost outside maintenance? $0. At that point, you're not driving a truck anymore. You're driving a bad financial decision for the auto industry. Now here's the secret sauce, the 4.7L I-Force V8. This engine didn't start its life as some lightweight, efficiency-obsessed design. It came from a heavy-duty SUV platform that was built to survive abuse. And then Toyota engineers basically said, what if we just didn't cheap out? And they didn't. Everything about this truck feels overbuilt. The door hinges feel like they belong on a bank vault. The frame, solid. The components, thick, simple, and clearly designed by people who assumed you were going to forget maintenance at least once and built it anyway. And that's the difference. Modern trucks are built to pass warranty periods. This thing was built to outlive your plans. Now, before you go out and buy the first one you see, here's the insider checklist because even indestructible things have rules. First, timing belt. This engine uses a belt, not a chain. That means every 90,000 miles, you have to replace it. Around $800. Skip it, and congratulations. You just turned your bulletproof engine into a very expensive paperweight. Second, frame rust, specifically near the rear leaf spring mounts. If you live somewhere with snow and salt, get under the truck and actually look. If the frame is clean, you've basically found gold. Fuel economy? Let's be honest, it's not winning any awards. You're looking at around 14 to 17 miles per gallon. But here's the trade-off. Instead of saving a little at the pump and losing thousands in repairs, you're just driving. Stress-free. And price-wise, you can still find clean ones under $12,000. 12. That's not even a down payment on some of these new trucks that need a software patch because the tailgate forgot how to open. And here's the punchline. This was the last era where Toyota built trucks to a standard, not a spreadsheet. So, when you buy one of these, you're not buying features. You're buying time. You're buying reliability. You're buying the ability to walk outside every morning, turn the key, and not even think about it. At the end of the day, here's the truth. Nobody at the dealership is going to tell you. A truck isn't supposed to impress people in a parking lot. It's supposed to show up, do the job, and not ruin your life financially in the process. And that's exactly what these three do. While modern trucks are out here needing updates, subscriptions, sensors, and therapy, these older machines are just quietly doing what they were built to do: work. No drama, no excuses, no please visit dealer messages. It's almost funny when you think about it. You've got people paying $800 a month for a truck that's scared of its own electronics. Meanwhile, some guy named Dave, Frank, or Arthur is out there with 300,000 miles on the clock, sipping coffee, turning the key, and going about his day like it's nothing. That's not luck, that's engineering. So if you take anything from this video, let it be this: stop chasing what looks good on paper and start paying attention to what actually survives real life. Because at Old Man Garage, we don't care what's trending, we care what lasts.